Welcome to the Imperial Grandstand. I'm Alan Imperial.
I'm Carlos Del Rosario.
So today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be talking about this lovely person,
Oh my God! Wow,
Margot
look!
Robbie.
Wow, we're in her head. Look at that! Ah,
She has
along
like
with
fairies and crap just flying around.
Mr. Zaz, Black Mask. I'm really impressed.
Montoya.
I'm really impressed with the poster design for the Birds of Prey. Just so colorful, so bright. It's like yes,
So
amazing.
so vibrant
So very vibrant. Yeah, that's what we need.
and all over the place.
All
Kind
over
of
the place.
kind of like
Exactly. Just scatterbrained. It's kaleidoscopic.
ooh.
Ooh, yeah, that's the word. Okay. So these are the episodes of Batman the Animated Series
Yeah.
to watch before
For
Birds of Prey,
yeah.
and yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
check out the WB Birds of Prey.
Oh yes. Before we begin, we gotta mention this. I don't know if y'all remember this. Oh man, Birds of Prey. Yes, this existed.
It
It had
it was totally accurate to the
no
art.
no
No,
well
the origin story was kind of accurate, and then it went off the rails.
all right,
The
so
first 30 seconds
you had
were
Huntress, who was the daughter of Catwoman and Batman. That happened.
yeah,
You got
Oracle.
Oracle of Barbara Gordon. You had Dinah, and Harley Quinn was in the show. She was the main villain, played by Mia Sara from Ferris Bueller. So I
Ah,
even back then I didn't think it was that great of a show.
I didn't know this existed.
It did exist. So there you go. Your first on-screen version of the live-action Birds of Prey. Congratulations. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the first live-action version of Birds of Prey.
Oh, have you liked and commented or subscribed to the channel? Bam.
Bam, do it. Useless information about the old WBJs circa the year 2000. It probably was the year 2000. So,
Yeah, 2000. I'm not hitting that note.
the year 2000. All right,
Yeah,
so
2000.
here we go. Let's begin with Joker's Favor, which is Harley Quinn's first on-screen appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is not originally a comic book character, which kind of freaks me out. It's like,
As a kid, when I first saw Harley Quinn, I just kind of accepted her existence. I'm like, yeah,
yeah, I'm like,
of course.
of course, of course, of course.
So I didn't
Yeah,
know until much later because I was like 10 when this came out,
yeah.
or this season I was probably like 11 or 12. So I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah. For her origin, it's actually really great because Paul Dini, one of the producers and writers of Batman the Animated Series, a legend in his own right, he saw a friend, Arlene Sorkin, do a version of a Harley Quinn in a dream sequence in I think it was Days of Our Lives, and he's like, that's the new character, that's the new Joker henchwoman, and she kept the voice and everything. It's like, Arlene, that's what you're gonna do. You're Harley Quinn now.
All
So
right.
it's just an amazing uh, beginning, and I feel that Harley, she's the breakout star of Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, she kind of just willed herself into existence onto the comic book page. It's like she was just that popular, and
And I just always thought she was always just part of the comic book
yeah,
world.
I
It's
know
like,
that's how
oh,
good she is.
I just didn't read deep enough.
It's like you could have just retconned her, and it's like, yeah, she's been around since the 50s. I'm like, I would have believed that. So, yeah, yeah. So Joker's Favor. All right, we're just there are going to be some slight spoilers here and there, but we'll try to keep them to a minimum.
Yeah, we're just gonna be trying to focus basically on what happens to Harley and
Yeah,
how she
yeah,
goes from her opening to I think at her best
yeah,
or craziest.
yeah. Well, some highlights
She
and
would say that's her best.
yeah. So we're going to begin with Joker's Favor here. So it begins with the Joker stalking this poor schlub of a guy.
This is why road rage is bad. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what Charlie Collins, I think that's his name, and it's like he gets his address and everything,
Checkers.
starts just, all right, I'm going to ask you for a favor in the future. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to ask it. And this is actually her first appearance, Harley Quinn. We don't know that at the time.
No.
And I said, she kind of looks like Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and it's like, no, that's
and
Harley Quinn.
and the magic of Harley Quinn is that the Joker just can't walk into a police station, but she can.
Yeah,
They'll let her. They'll open doors for her because she's, a very attractive lady.
because she's
And she just
Margot
blends
Robbie.
in, Margot Robbie, basically. And she's there to infiltrate and, gather intelligence for the Joker. And this is the first time she's in costume. And just look at the how bold, the colors are, the schemes. You need that. Like, and that's why it's like she's a. At the time, I just thought that she was just a henchwoman, but she's a really cool henchwoman, and she
See,
she honestly loves the Joker.
when I saw this, I thought, oh, they're. I hope they do something with her because she reminds me of what I always envisioned as a Joker on playing
Yeah,
cards.
and she is acting like a Joker or Harlequin to the Joker's Prince of Crime, just kind of enabling him, clapping, you know.
Yeah,
So the Joker contacts Charlie for the favor, and here it is, just Harley just doing his his hair and stuff. And like, okay, they
she
have
wants
this,
her man to look good.
yeah, this kind of relationship. All right, so Charlie just needs to open a door.
That's the favor.
That's
Spoilers.
yeah, yeah. Spoilers. This is like 30 years ago. Renee Montoya's in the episode. And Renee actually, she's a cop in
Can
Gotham.
yeah, if we
Yep.
minimize the screen, just minimize it. She's actually in the poster.
Yeah, she's in the poster.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's right there.
yeah,
She's in the hair,
yeah,
right
she's
there.
in the hair.
Yeah, and she's in the series. She actually has a few dealings with Harley. There you go. And I hope
She's
they keep
just
that up, where it's like,
she's just running after
yeah,
her.
she's I liked her to be a detective or a former detective who had many dealings with Harley and is finally teaming up with her,
Well,
just to have that history.
we're
But
gonna we're gonna ooh, I like that.
yeah, I
A
know,
team up
right?
because we actually have a very important scene, I think, with
Yes.
Renee and Harley.
Yeah. And Harley just comes in, being
Yeah.
her gorgeous self, and um,
Normally, you have a dude bring in a cake that's giant because usually a pretty lady is hiding. But
yes,
to her,
Under Siege style.
yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's an
Phew.
obscure. Can we?
We are not looking up
I wish we
Under
had a gif.
Siege.
I wish we had a gif. Anyway, but here she's like, no, the sexiest person alive is in this cake.
Let me see if I can get to it.
Yeah, look, she's just
Yeah, and she just causes havoc,
yeah,
and then boom,
boom,
it's the Joker. Joker here. All
yeah. Now,
right.
now Batman stuff
Yeah,
happens.
Batman saves the day. Spoiler.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the end of Harley's journey in the first episode.
Yeah. And right now she's basically just a henchwoman,
Yeah,
but she's a really
good one.
interesting character. It's like, oh my god, that high pitched voice, the way she moves around. It's like there's a lot of characterization to her. Um, Second episode, the laughing fish. Uh, this I just love the ridiculousness of this episode.
It makes
It's
me
it's
so
straight
happy.
it's straight from the comic books, honestly.
It's Adam West.
Yeah,
It's the comics.
yeah.
It's Adam West.
The Joker basically mutates fish with
They're still edible.
with a toxin. They're still edible. It's just more of a cosmetic thing where they just have Joker. But the Joker, in his mind, is like, I want to copyright these fish, and it's like, and you can't copyright fish. So he has this little tiff with
With a poor
with a
like
poor pencil pusher,
yeah.
and here is Harley just being the Joker's herald. And oh my god! And then you have this commercial where it's
Oh, so at this point they're trying to figure out what's the Joker's plan, and it's to sell fish.
it's a sell fish.
Like,
The Joker,
kiss
and
the cook.
and you got these henchmen here. They don't want to be there,
Nobody wants to be there.
and Harley's giving it her all. She plays the mom, and
And then she has to because
and
it's always good to eat your product.
yeah, he what like the Joker's doing like a Long John Silver type thing. I don't know. It's like she hates fish, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And she's like,
it's
yummy,
it's
yum, yum.
hilarious. Just this. Oh my god, this. great thing. And towards the end, I think
Yeah,
they have like Detective Bullock in
a shark thing.
a Shark Tank.
Yeah, and
And a joke that they do is
yeah, it took me a while to get this, but it's like, oh, you can be my very own little mermaid, and what's a mermaid but half fish, half person?
I don't joke. I don't laugh at every one of the Joker's jokes. This is good.
It took me
I like
so long
this.
to get this.
Oh,
I love it.
there we go.
Uh,
And the Batman riding a shark.
yeah,
So there we go.
that's all you need to know
That's
about
all
the
you
episode.
really need to know.
Now you should watch the episode.
You watch the episode.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
yeah, it's a fun one.
I bought the box set. It's great. Got it on Amazon. All right, next
Next
episode.
one up, Harley and Ivy. Ah, a seminal episode.
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes in the entire series, actually. Basically, the Joker's being kind of a
Yeah,
jerk.
jerk.
Well, the
Yeah,
Joker's being a Joker.
I've noticed that a lot of Harley and Joker scenes they take place where they're just running from the Batman, and yeah, that's
It
true
makes
because
sense.
yeah, they're in a car and it's like I've seen maybe 3 or 4 episodes where they're doing that, and that's the beginning of the episode, and that was basically her beginning in Suicide Squad. So I mean,
You took it from me.
yeah,
It's like
yeah, yeah. But yeah, running away. Um, the Joker asks for a gun, but it turns out to be a
a gag.
a gag gun.
And the Joker's kind of mad because he didn't want to
Mad.
joke at
Yeah.
that moment, and
Didn't get the jewels or anything or the and it's like
he kicks her to the curb.
kicks her to the curb. All right. So Harley decides, hey, you know what? Let me go on my own. So she decides to steal a giant. I think it's a Harley Quinn diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it makes
or
sense.
Harlequin down.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. And she
Runs
at the
into
same time,
yeah,
yeah,
runs into
yeah,
a cohort.
Poison Ivy. Yeah, she's there, also stealing something from the same museum.
It's plant.
Plant toxins.
Yeah.
Now I always love this scene because uh,
Where's
the
the car?
where's the car, and it's like
It's the car that it's the bush-shaped car.
it's the bush-shaped car, and I
Yoink!
love it. It's like the '89 Batman. It's like get into the car. What car? And it's like yoink. It's like
Hits the button and it goes whoosh.
yeah, I love that. Um, so yeah, and this is basically like their Thelma and Louise episode, but I think Harvey and I'm sorry, Harley and Ivy, they've actually outlasted Thelma and Louise. No one ever talks about Thelma and Louise. We talk about Harley and Ivy.
Oh, there's a whole subreddit about it. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you, internet.
And in the comics, they develop quite an interesting relationship. You know?
It's an off again, on again, off again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's complicated, but hopefully they find true love
What amazes me is that uh, Poison Ivy, her hideout is in a toxic waste dump.
because it would be.
It would be, and she's now inoculating Harley. Now,
Now,
from
all the
yep,
craziness that Harley has been with through the Joker, uh, having to eat fish, yada yada yada. She's actually averse to a lot of things.
yeah, she doesn't like shots. That's weird. I mean,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
can
she
take
doesn't
a
like
hit,
shots.
but she hates shots. All right. A lot of people don't like shots, but from what I hear, because of this inoculation, she actually
Could
becomes
stay
more
there.
resilient
Yeah,
because she's pushed out of buildings and all that. And like, oh, she survived somehow, and yeah, it's down to the shot. I don't know if that's canon, but very interesting. Food for thought.
it should be.
Also, since they're in a toxic waste dump, this is something I didn't realize until recently. She's an authority on toxic relationships. You see what I did there?
Ah,
Not so subtle, but I love it.
ah.
So they go on a crime spree, and they do really well. You
Yeah.
know, they
Here we're in the same hall.
they're the same hall that they were in Joker's Favor, the Peregrine Club, and they're having
They need better security.
some man club stuff, gentlemen's club stuff,
It's men,
only for men only. And it's like, all right,
boys only. It's like,
okay.
yeah, sure.
And they become the new queens of crime, just stealing everything and
Yeah.
having a great time. And Ivy, you don't expect Ivy to be the voice of reason. It's like, just
But she
get over
is.
him. I
Yeah,
was like, I don't see it, but
yeah, because obviously she's gonna be fawning over the Joker.
yeah. Let me just go back a little bit.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
builds the.
Harley builds.
Oh, she plays with her food.
Yeah, she does that to her food. Some chard. Uh, oh yeah, Montoya again in the episode, and
She's trying to get the
trying to
the
get them, but
ladies, the
she's
queens,
thwarted a lot.
and she's
Um,
just mad.
yeah, and here are some hooligans.
I
Uh,
love their reaction. It's like, oh,
and
look at that!
then
I'm gonna blow up your car.
yeah, she takes out a rocket launcher. And like, that's great. I love that. That is so Harley.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Actually, yeah, that's and but Harley, being the addict that she is, I mean,
can't
she
give up the
can't
ghost.
give up and calls the Joker. The Joker tracks them down. Batman comes in, but he's in a death trap.
Yeah, and of course, Batman, being Batman, he could get out of any trap.
Yeah. Now I don't want to spoil the rest of the episode. Harley and Ivy, they try to get away, but who stops them? But
Montoya.
Officer Montoya.
She gets
And
her
it's
comeuppance.
like, no man could take us prisoner. I am no man.
As you take off your helmet.
I am no man.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm clipping that and saving it forever. Thank you.
All right. Next episode, we're gonna go a little out of order here, but
Yeah.
this is thematic. Holiday Nights. This is one of the later episodes with a different animation.
Yeah, this is when they went to the WB.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Holiday Nights.
Yeah, this is
And
like a 10-minute or a 7-minute thing.
yeah, so Harley and Ivy, they're hanging out in some cruddy hotel.
Yeah.
But
And it's Christmas time.
it's Christmas time, and Harley, she wants a tree,
Of course she does. Harley
but
being Harley.
but no, no. Ivy, she's like, I'm not having any of that genocide.
Every
Arboreal genocide.
every December,
Every December.
millions of
That's
trees are
great.
just cut down.
All right, so but they have a plan.
Yep.
At a party, they
Bruce Wayne is under a mistletoe.
yeah, at a party, Bruce Wayne is there, and a mysterious girl kisses him,
Yep.
and it turns out that
It's Ivy.
it's Ivy, and or maybe it's Harley. I don't know. It depends on
Yeah.
who has the lipstick.
There.
Yeah,
They
but
both have lipstick.
he
Whatever.
basically loses his agency, his will to think for himself. So he's basically a zombie in a way,
He's under a love potion.
under a love potion. Yeah, and the girls, they go on a shopping spree, and I love this. It's just
They're just like,
I just
we're-
love how
we're-
happy they are.
look at that. They're trying the perfume.
Trying on the perfume. Oh, Harley with the. It's so silly.
Of course she would have a
It's so
goofy face.
adorable. Ugh.
And silly hats.
Silly
Because
hats.
everybody needs silly hats.
Yes.
Here,
Bruce Wayne
Bruce
falls
Wayne is-
down an elevator
I
shaft.
just love the look on his face.
Ah!
And
But of
Batman.
course, Batman ruins everything.
Yep.
And in the end, they end up under a Christmas tree. And it's like, is this what you wanted, Harley? Yeah.
She got her Christmas wish.
All right. All right. Next episode up, Girls' Night Out.
Again, a little out of order. Later.
Yeah, this is a
with,
later episode with Livewire. Livewire's in this episode. She is a Superman villain. She controls electricity. And, yeah. And, you know what,
Was she a
honestly,
Static Shock villain?
possibly. Possibly. I didn't really watch a lot of Static Shock. Static
If you
Static
made it this
Shock.
far into the video, have you seen
Yeah,
Static Shock?
should we watch Static Shock? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I really, I've seen, a few episodes, but it's like, all right,
Like, subscribe.
yeah, like,
comment.
subscribe, do the thing.
There we go.
All right, so we got Livewire, played by Lori Petty, Tank Girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will remember her in the army now.
In the army now, yeah, very good. Yeah,
They had to filter water.
yeah, so she escapes, and
Supergirl.
Supergirl,
is just could get there because she's not busy.
yeah, yeah, Batman. Sorry, Superman
and Batman are
and
both
Batman probably
unavailable.
unavailable
Maybe
doing
they're working
stuff.
together.
Maybe I don't know. So basically, it's Batman and Supergirl working together to take down Livewire. Livewire gets in contact with Harley
And
and
Ivy.
Ivy.
And it's 3 against 2.
Yeah.
So
Now,
here they need money.
yeah, this is
Oh,
where, maybe not Harley's best episode. She's in it a lot, but we actually find out how underpowered she is compared to Poison Ivy and
yeah.
Livewire because it's just in this scene where they're trying to open up ATMs. Let me see if I could do this. So Ivy just does that, and Livewire
Does that.
does just shocks it, and then Harley is like with her mallet, open, and I'm like,
If
okay,
I could take a hammer to an ATM and it gave it me money, would I?
yeah,
I would like to hope the answer is no. But
yeah,
we fast forward to
yeah.
the end of the
Supergirl
episode. Shenanigans happen. That's it.
Batgirl, they track him down. Harley's there,
Oh yeah, they're back.
and okay, Harley is trying to take down Supergirl with the,
Her
the
gun,
boxing gun.
because that's what she does,
Yeah, that's what she does.
and it doesn't work out.
It just bounces off of her and just hits her in the face, and then she's out for the episode. So maybe there are funny things that happen, but it's like, Harley, what are you really doing here?
Remember, you're a human. You're not a meta-human. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Poison Ivy now in this part of the series is something special. That's all I'm saying.
I like to think that if she really applied herself, you know, she would do really well. But it's like, all right.
If it's not the Batman or Mr. J,
Yeah.
I don't think she's.
Yeah. No, I don't know if her heart's in beating Batgirl and Supergirl. So.
Maybe Batgirl.
All
But
right.
anyway,
So back to an earlier episode, Harley Quinade. Oh, this is a great one, and it's the one where I think I found out that the Joker and Harley are she's not just a henchwoman. She's the Joker's girlfriend.
they're dating.
They're dating or something like that.
They're 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 in love.
So the Joker, uh, there's an auction for an A
Yeah,
bomb
yeah.
for an
There's a
atomic
bunch of
bomb.
mobsters there.
Yeah, and the Joker's like, "Hey, I got this bomb here. What are you gonna do? All right, the bomb's mine."
Yep, and he gets it for free.
Gets it for free. Classic Joker. So the Joker has a bomb.
Harley is in prison.
Harley is in prison, and this is basically like 48 Hours with Nick Nolte
Yeah.
and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So
If you don't know what 48 hours is,
you're probably
a little on the younger side. It
yeah,
came out in the 80s.
yeah. It came out in the 80s.
Anyway,
Anyway, but Batman enlists Harley's help,
yep.
and it's just hilarious, just their interaction stuff.
It's like, all right, listen, you have to help me, and you can't double cross me.
Yeah.
Ah, shucks. Now that
Ah,
you said
shucks.
it,
Now that you say that, here are the babies.
yeah, the
Oh my God,
hyenas.
the hyenas. Yeah, who are there is one hyena in the new Birds of Prey movie. They couldn't afford two hyenas,
No,
but you got at least one baby.
yeah.
That's nice. Bud and Lou after Abbott and Costello. So
Ah,
yeah, who's on first?
nice. What's on second?
I don't know. Who's on third? Yeah, the babies. Oh, so Batman and Harley, they end up in like an underground club, and this is actually uh really interesting because Batman, he gets captured, of course,
By Boxy.
and Harley's there, and she just starts doing a number. This is actually, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, yeah. This
Oh, it's
this
kind of
is
like the
from the trailer
yeah, where
from
she's
Birds of
Marilyn
Prey.
Monroe
Marilyn Monroe,
or
and like
Madonna,
maybe it's yeah,
Material Girl.
Material Girl. Yeah, maybe it's a dream sequence. Maybe she really does hijack the stage. But it's like, yep, yep. This is you're just clicking on the taking off the box of what is Harley Quinn, and it's like she needs to do something like that.
Carlos, you don't understand. Every time she steps on stage, she steals the stage.
Oh, I know. She literally rips the floorboards out.
I need this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. But of course, the boy Blunder comes in, saves Batman, and now they could all stop the Joker. The Joker has the mirror hostage, and they, start the bomb,
Mhm.
and Batman's like, oh, uh, was the Joker gonna release you when he started up the bomb?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and I love how the Batman uses his psychology on Harley. It's like, wait a second, you're right.
Did he have time? Was he gonna do it?
Was he gonna do? Yeah, of course I was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't forget about my girl.
What about the babies?
Yeah. Oh, and what about all our friends?
Yeah.
It's like I mean, Two Face and Hat Guy, and Lizard Man and Puppet Head, and
And that dude. And
and it's
what's his
like,
face?
and it's like, and I love that she creates this. Uh,
Naming nomenclature.
well, no, she is attached to all the other villains. I mean, she's part of the club.
That's her family.
That's her family. Arkham is her home by this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the babies, of course.
Yeah.
We can't leave the babies. Um,
But
yeah,
no, Joker doesn't care about them.
yeah. Harley decides to, free Batman. The Joker, doing the Red Baron shtick, just has a plane, is flying around. I love just shooting everything.
Uh,
And Harley,
Harley's
with
a badass.
one good hit with her Joker stick or whatever, knocks the
Headshot.
Joker on his. And I wish I could show you this clip, but it's just the Joker just going around. It's hilarious.
Uh,
The ship crashes. The Joker inexplicably fine,
because he's the Joker.
and
That's all you have to know.
yeah, and Harley has him cornered with a gun,
Yeah. And
and
Joker's like, you're not gonna shoot
you
me.
don't have the guts.
Never in a million years. Oh my
Harley
God, she's
to
shot.
pulls the trigger, and it turns out to be a
I,
fake gun like the other episode.
now I wonder if she knew about this or not.
And I just love this exchange. She's kind of disappointed,
And
and
maybe a little afraid because now the Joker's giving her this cockamamie look.
just oopsie daisy. And the Joker's like, baby, you're the greatest.
They're
Just
crazy for
some
each other.
friggin' honeymooners crap is going on here. Oh, yeah. Batman and
He
Robin are like,
Batman looks sad and Robin's just
I
like,
was like,
what did I watch?
what's happening? Oh, such a good episode. But yeah, it's one of the first episodes where Harley has her own agency and is like actively working against the Joker. And this is a really big episode for her
Yeah,
character development.
oh yeah, she knows him like the back of her hand because
Yeah,
he's like hiding out and she's like, "Oh, I know what he's doing. I
yeah.
get the joke."
All right, next episode up, Harley's Holiday. Yeah. Now, I always love the title cards in Batman the animated series. Just kind of reminds me of a film noir. But if you take a look at her costume right now,
Hmm.
it's actually fairly similar to her costume
Yeah, I
in
wish
the
it was more
trailer there.
red, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. But it's like, oh yeah. And what I love about Harley is even though her costume changes from time to time, she's not always in the old school costume. It's like you still know she's Harley Quinn just from her attitude
and her
and
voice.
voice, and she's yeah, that's her power, and that's something she has over a lot of other heroes and villains. It's like she can change as a person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So Harley's Holiday. Harley
she gets
is
out.
yeah, she is declared mentally sane and can leave. And I just love this little moment between the Scarecrow, who was being brought in by
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah, Scarecrow's all mad. Oh, I'll crush you. I'll defeat you. I'll come back. Good
Oh,
evening,
oh,
child.
good evening, child. I'm like, oh, they're on.
Worship me, fools. Worship me. But it just
they're
goes like, oh, good evening, child.
yeah, No, Harley's on very good terms with the rest of the villains. That's nice.
Yeah, she's probably like everybody's sister.
Yeah. Batman's there, shakes her hand, but it's like,
You better not mess up.
better not, for your sake. Uh,
And here is Harley just
Harley,
being led
Harley,
around
and
by
it's
her
like,
babies.
she's not even aware how weird this is to her, but it's like, oh, okay, just
Look at that poor dude in the suit, just like, what am I looking at?
yep. Let me see if I get another one here. So, this is Harley Quinn.
Rollerblading in a derby.
Yeah, she's doing a roller derby. Yeah, she's roller skating, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, roller skating's an ongoing thing with Harley, and yeah, in the books, yeah, she has a roller derby thing in Coney Island. So,
Yeah. I wonder if they're.
correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Please do, and
Is
like,
this
subscribe,
scripted?
comment. Wow, yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. All right, back to Harley's holiday. All right. Oh,
She runs into
Harley's
Bruce Wayne while
runs into
shopping,
Bruce Wayne. I love this little exchange. It's like, don't I know you? And
and
she's like,
and this is a scary moment because oh my gosh,
and it's
she
like,
knows that chin,
she knows that chin,
and
and it's
what's it
like,
of? Oh, it's
oh wait, 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 wait.
it's
And it's like, and she's like, you're Bruce Wayne,
the boy
and it's
billionaire.
like we're all relieved
Oh,
because
thank
it's like
goodness.
that chin. I know that chin.
And the moment that she finds out it's Bruce Wayne, she's like,
Oh,
she literally just puts his arm around her shoulder, like, "Oh, look,
yeah,
I'm your arm candy."
yeah.
Yeah, that
But
that that's a move.
a
And
lady that is with Bruce at the time, Veronica Vreeland,
oh, she is
an
upset.
ongoing character. Yeah, she's like, she's not amused.
No, she and Harley have history because
Yeah, Harley,
robbed her.
yeah, robbed her or held her at gunpoint at one time. But she's been declared sane, so that's nice.
Now, the timeline is she just got out of Arkham, so it's like, of course she would have
Yeah, this
that on
is
her.
her first day out. Um,
Now she bought something,
she bought something but
and
didn't take off her tag.
yeah, she got the receipt and walked away, and she didn't know magnets are a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And the security guards all like,
yeah,
ah,
and there's some kerfuffle.
yeah,
Yeah. Um,
that
but
arm,
it's just a simple misunderstanding.
yeah.
But it
But
goes.
Harley just getting out, she's stressed.
Yeah, and she goes back to her old costume
Yes.
and
And Bruce Wayne comes to help,
tries to help. Like, back off, rich boy. I'm armed, and she has a mannequin arm.
and just smacks the crap out of him. I love it.
Yeah. She
Now she's on the lam.
she abducts
Veronica.
Veronica.
There it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that is really hard to drive with skates on. And she goes back to the mobster Boxy with
yeah,
Veronica because she knows he could help.
yeah. Boxy can help. By the way, they're at yet another fish play. Fish is an ongoing thing with Harley. I've noticed. There
Yeah.
better be a fish in the new movie. uh, and things just get out of hand. So the mobsters are after Harley.
Veronica's
Veronica's
dad
dad,
is
who a
in a
general,
tank.
is in a tank. Your dad? That's daddy. That's your dad in a tank.
Yeah.
It's just
And they
havoc, and I
just
love
all
it.
crash into each other.
And in the end, it's a confrontation between Batman and Harley, and they're in the
And
rooftops.
Batman is trying to tell Harley, "Hey, you haven't went that extra step yet. You could still, turn it around."
Yeah, and this scene I told you before reminds me of the Killing Joke,
Yeah.
where it's like it's about one bad day, and it's really sad because Harley clearly is trying, and she that deep down inside she's a good person,
Hmm.
but she just can't help but be what she is, and it's a bit of a tragedy,
Wow.
honestly. Yeah, but
And
she's captured, but Batman buys her a dress because he's a super
not
nice guy
no,
sometimes.
he doesn't just buy her any dress.
The dress that
It's
she
the
wanted.
same dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see.
And and Batman
He
gets a tiny kiss,
gets him a tiny
and
kiss, a
and he's
tiny peck on the
and
lips.
he's like, okay. Now
But
she's like,
she's like,
wait,
wait, wait,
I
wait,
have
that was
I have an opportunity.
And then she just goes, and Batman's not fighting her. So
No,
it's like, well, I
Batman
guess I'll
could have
just go with
Batman could
this.
have stopped the second she stepped back.
He has super fast reflexes.
He knew what was happening.
He knew what was happening. He let it happen.
All right, Bruce and, and Ivy
again,
and Robin.
again, and oh my God, Harley, she just inspires the most bemused looks from people. It's like,
Like
what?
I'm I'm confused, but I can't look away.
Yes. All right, next one up, the trial. Now, Harley's not in this episode a lot, but she has some really good moments. Um,
I think it's important for her character
yeah,
because basically she has to get uh, Batman
yeah.
and be a juror.
So let's set this up. There's a new district attorney in town, and she's like, "Oh, Batman, he's terrible. He actually creates the villains."
Yeah.
And that's actually a really good question. Because it's like, yeah,
If you're not from Gotham, sure.
if the presence does the presence of Batman actually, create villains? Are there more villains because there's a Batman? And it's like, yeah, that's something that should be explored. Um,
Yeah.
but she's kidnapped,
Oh,
and
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, she
yeah,
was kidnapped, not Batman.
yeah, yeah. The new DA was kidnapped,
Oh, excuse me.
and Batman is kidnapped by Harley and Ivy, and they put on this court in Arkham Asylum.
Yep.
I kind of wish this was a two-parter because it's all your favorite villains in
Yeah.
one place.
Yeah.
It's
So the thing I'm really impressed with is if they didn't go there, they could have just shot Batman in the head.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like Harley gets Batman a lot, and this is not the only time we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
So
here's Harley
Harley and
with
the
the
jury.
gang. Yeah, with her. Hey, look, it's the hat guy.
It's Hat Guy,
It's the lizard dude.
Poison Okie.
Nice.
I love that. It's a small thing, but the Penguin isn't there because he's not insane.
Yeah.
He's in Blackgate.
Yeah.
So the DA is actually listed as being a Batman's defense attorney,
Yep. So
and this is just one scene, but it's like she's obviously trying to influence the judge, and it's just
and the Joker's
the
like, wait,
Joker.
what do you mean?
What do you
No,
mean?
no,
I
she
don't
isn't.
understand. And uh,
So the DA has insider knowledge, knows who's a rat and who's not a rat,
yeah, and
and
it's like
she's like,
the Joker snitched you out to get some time off, and then Harley just not having it.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
and they have to get the bailiff to prevent her
Yeah.
to stop the fight.
yeah.
It's great.
All right, next one up, Joker's Millions. Again, Harley's not in this episode a lot, but she has some really good moments.
Yeah. This is a later episode. It's during the Batman, Robin, and Batman and Friends. Part-
Yeah, when they were on the WB, they moved from Fox to the WB here. But I'll go again. Starting a car chase. They're running from the Batman. The Joker has an ejection seat. Doesn't have an ejection seat for the for
Harley.
Harley,
And the reason
unfortunately.
for that is they're broke.
They're broke. They just their last heists didn't work out. Long story short, the Joker
Gets
inherits
money!
inherits like a ton of money, and
And because of that, he just says it's cheaper.
it's just cheaper to get a new hench girl. And this is Harley's reaction to that.
That's
It's like, "Ah!"
like what? I'll kill him.
Yeah. This is I love this. It's great. Just him auditioning all the other Harleys, all the other cosplayers.
It's as misogynistic as you would think.
Yes. Yes. Uh,
And he chooses somebody who's Harley imitation. I
yeah.
can't believe it's not Harley.
It's like she's like, okay, Mr. G. It's J.
We'll work on
J
it.
for Joker. And I don't know how they did it. Her voice is even more annoying than Harley's. Uh, Harley escapes. Harley escapes.
Yeah, she escapes because she's. Oh wait, hold on. Go back one.
Yeah, yeah,
I just noticed something.
yeah.
Batman's being hung.
Yes, he's being hung.
All right, and she escapes down the
The
laundry chute,
laundry chute,
and
and
she
she
gets a
she ends
bath.
up in the laundry. uh, some shenanigans happen. The
Joker gets
Joker is
caught.
apprehended, and who would it be? In in the same uh,
Paddy
truck, but
wagon.
paddy wagon. Oh, it's Harley.
Now, Joker's like, "Oh, you're my savior. Yes, I'm getting escape." And then she's like, "New hench girl, huh?" And beats him to an inch of his life.
Yeah, and with these last few episodes, it's like
These are like the piece de resistance stunts of her coming from, "Hey, I'm not as good as Mr. J," to,
two.
"Oh my God, you disrespected me. I'm gonna beat you to gain respect."
Yes, yes, exactly,
Not a
and
healthy relationship, but
it takes place over years, but it's like, oh wow, all right, and physically, Harley's got the Joker beat. I mean, she's a trained gymnast, um, and she could do flips and crap, and yeah, I'm pretty sure she could take down the Joker in a fist fight, without the Joker doing anything like crazy with flowers and stuff.
unless of course they're in Japan. I'm
Yeah.
talking about you, Batman Samurai.
All right. Last but not least, Mad
Mad
Love.
Love.
Oh my God, the classic, the quintessential Harley Quinn episode.
Yeah. The title is literally self-explanatory.
Yes, yes, it's from the Chris O'Donnell, Drew Barrymore movie. Who were both in Batman Forever? I just realized that. Anyway,
Oh, you sully our show with.
with Chris O'Donnell.
No, he could be on the show. I love him. Him and his brother,
Yes.
Sliders.
I don't know if they're related.
Oh, whatever.
All right. Anyway,
I
Mad
don't know.
Love, Mad
Mad
Love,
love.
Mad Love. All right. So we start off with Commissioner Gordon, getting his teeth done
It's a
by
nightmare for
by
some people.
Dr. J. Rako. I'm like, obviously this is a trap because if you just scrabble that, oh, who would it
Joker.
be but the Joker? Um,
And Harley just kind of is becoming funnier than the Joker
yeah,
is.
and it's like, and the Joker, it's like
I
he's
said the punchline
he
earlier.
has so much pride, and the pride is his downfall
So
a lot of
narcissistic.
times. Yeah, he's extremely narcissistic. Yeah, and he's like, no, no,
Yeah.
I'm the only top comic around here.
I get the big laughs.
Yeah. Oh, Batman, of course, drops in,
Yeah. And they escape
and they escape.
with the best exit line ever from a dentist.
May the floss be with you, and the Joker throws a grenade at them. Of course, Batman,
Good
yeah,
job.
saves him. All right, so the Joker is drafting plans.
Yeah, he got insulted by Batman.
Yeah, he got insulted. Like, this is a bit cliched, Joker. I'm
And
like,
so Joker's pride is hurt. He's like, "No, I have to."
no. Yeah, and yeah, the Joker's pride comes in a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
And you got this sexy lady.
Joker just doesn't
Do you
care.
wanna rev up your Harley?
And he's like, "No. Get
No.
out of here, lady."
I could use the whoopee cushion now. Um,
And again, she gets thrown to the
she
curb.
gets thrown to the curb,
Uh, uh, that happens a lot.
and she needs to reflect. And she does a flashback in her head where we see her in her early days as a psychiatric intern at Arkham Asylum.
As
Um,
Harleen Quinzel.
yeah. Now, I'd like to believe, and I've read the Mad Love comic book that this is based on years and years ago, that the reason she went to Arkham was so that she can gain popularity and some notoriety dealing with
The criminally insane.
the criminally insane. Also, it's not shown on the show, but the way she got past, some schools, med schools. Well, let's just say she was using her looks on professors. So yeah.
I've seen those videos on certain websites.
Yes. There you go. The Joker leaves Dr. Quinzel of Rose,
Yeah,
and
they get intimate with each other.
yes,
They get to know. Well,
they
she
get to
gets to
know each
know
other, and
him, or
yes, and to Dr. Quinzel, the Joker's just a lost boy who was abused and is just lashing out at the world.
mm, yeah, she thinks that Joker's the victim for some reason.
Yes, and that he's constantly tortured by this dark figure, the Batman, who
Yeah,
threw him into vats and is constantly, thwarting him.
how dare he protect uh, the city of Gotham?
I love that.
Does she
In
look
in
like
the
Morty?
that kind of looks like Morty, right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
just
In
draw a
in the
circle.
beginning, like I'm sure she was writing real notes, but after a while, it's like, oh, these are just
I'm just gonna doodle.
doodle. And the Joker, he escapes and is taken down by the Batman again,
Yeah,
and she decides, oh, all right, I gotta
he's been hurt one too many
one too many
times.
times. She's gotta save her sweetheart. So now there she is in her full reveal, first time in the Harley Quinn costume,
Yeah, the new and improved.
and they drive into the sunset. And I wish it could end there, but it doesn't.
No.
Harley needs to put an end to the Batman because the Batman is just
Oh yeah,
he's
like she takes off her mask and everything, tries to be real sincere,
yes, and
and nope,
yeah, she has a plan. She actually gets
she drugs up
she drugs a
Bruce.
Batman. It's actually relatively simple.
Yeah, gain his trust, and I'm gonna stick you with this needle.
Yes,
It looks like she got over her fear of needles.
yes. Again, more fish and yeah,
Piranhas.
piranhas. Yeah, and I'd explain why it's piranhas and why Batman,
There's a
but
joke.
there's a joke there, but I don't want to explain it right now. Watch the episode.
You're watching it with us. You're fine.
Yeah. Uh, Batman does his psychology thing again. Oh, he's Harley says that he's been abused and he's a victim. And it's like, was it his line about his abusive father or the one about his runaway mom? And it's like, no, stop it. And it's like,
Was it the story about the
this,
ice skating rink? It was the circus.
it was the circus, and it's like the Joker has a million of those lies,
Yeah.
and oh man, the Joker just finds out that
Now,
Harley.
now,
Yes, yes, yes.
uh, Harley, Harley is doing this because she thinks that uh, the Batman's in the way between her and
Her
her
and the
love.
Joker, yeah.
And once he's out the way, great. They could be together and do whatever she wants. And and Batman tricks her because she's about to kill him, and he's like, you know that he's not gonna believe that you killed me, and he's never gonna rest.
Yeah.
Even though you know I'm dead, he's never gonna believe it, and he'll never rest.
Yes.
So you still lose. And she calls him up.
Calls him up, and the Joker feels a little upstaged, and yeah, he pushes Harley out of a window.
Oh,
Oh man, just rejected. And there's a fist fight between Batman and the Joker again, because that's what happens. Harley Quinn is back in the hospital.
she's in full traction.
Yeah, and just she's like the Joker. He's a murderous, manipulative, irredeemable, but the
He
Joker
leaves another rose.
and Angel, and that's the end of Mad Love. And that's
Ah,
those are our episodes.
yeah. So those are 10 episodes that give a pretty good journey on Harley, her relationship with the Joker, and how she kind of comes into her own.
Yeah, and I think that Harley, she's an inspiration to a lot of people, who have been in abusive relationships, and it's a cycle, and it's kind of like a sunk cost fallacy,
Yeah,
where you just keep on putting money in that slot machine. Eventually, it's going to pay out,
it
but
never pays out.
it doesn't pay out. But yeah, it's there are of course the bad parts with the hitting and the abuse, but also there are good moments.
Where they're robbing and getting high off the crime.
Yeah. So and yeah, Harley, she's again what makes her special is that she she does change. Eventually, she outgrows the Joker, and that's what we see in the new movie.
Yeah,
And
so I'm excited to see it.
yeah, yeah. And if you've ever been to a Comic Con or a Halloween party, it's like just Harley's galore. There are a lot of Harley Quinns out there. So she is massively popular. She is said to be the fourth pillar of DC Comics now.
All started from a cartoon.
All from a cartoon.
Wow, fourth pillar.
The fourth, but yeah, of course you got Superman,
Superman,
Batman,
Batman,
Wonder
Wonder
Woman,
Woman, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a villain as a pillar, or
Or sometimes
anti-hero.
sometimes anti-hero, sometimes anti-villain. I don't know. That's how great she is. It's like it depends on the comic you read.
Chaotic neutral.
She is yeah. Yes. So any other thoughts?
I really hope Montoya gets hers because she got hers in a bunch of those episodes.
Yeah, Rosie Perez.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Rosie Perez.
Yeah. Rosie Perez.
I think it's the middle one.
Yes, Renee Montoya. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. I wish we could talk more about the other characters like Dinah Lance over here and the Huntress, but they don't show up a lot on Batman the Animated Series. So
Yeah, and I don't and it's like I didn't want to comb through Justice League Unlimited because I know they're there, but it's like
yeah,
But I feel that since the main character clearly is gonna be Harley Quinn.
yeah,
It's like, let me think about what episodes I want to talk
yeah,
about for this episode, and I nailed like 7 off the top of my head immediately. So
and I just love how colorful it is, and it's a lot of women. There's a lady director and a lady writer, and it's like it has a different feel from a lot of other DC movies, like a Zack Snyder, where it's like it's all dark now. It's grim dark. No, it's like yeah, I would like some color in my movies.
I could only watch Zack Snyder movies at night because when I leave the theater, too bright.
It's too bright. It's just so dark.
So at least with this, it's like great.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually like the Birds of Prey movie. I hope I do. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll be one of the first in line this week. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want us to review it, let us know down in the comments. And please like this video and subscribe. And that's all I got.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope we
you
didn't waste your time.